Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Library, where Star Wars is in print, the Force is with the readers, and the Ewoks hit a milestone that the droids won't reach in this episode. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler. This time, we're talking about issue number 9 of the Ewoks series. Now, bear in mind that Ewoks and droids are always thought of as companion series, both in cartoons and comics. Mostly because in the comics, they were both published by Star Comics, the imprint of Marvel, rather than regular Marvel. And of course, on television as cartoons, they aired together as an adventure hour. Well, just like on television, the Ewoks series managed to go for 2 seasons, whereas droids only went 1 and a TV special. In comics, not only did the Ewoks series premiere well before the Droid series, it also lasted longer. Droids ends at issue number 8. We're here with issue number 9 of Ewoks, entitled The Underwater Kingdom. We have here Wicket saying, "Okay, Orkan, it's you or gulp me. Travel to the underside of Endor and the Underwater Kingdom." This again is by Dave Manak and Warren Krimmer, and you can find it today in the pages of Star Wars Omnibus, Droids, and Ewoks. I should also note here that this is being released in May of 1986. This is the same month in which we see the end of the ongoing regular Marvel series. So at this point, after this month, we're just going to have the kids stuff coming to us from Marvel. We won't see any more adult comic fare, really, until the Blackthorn 3D series that exists after Marvel loses the contract and prior to Dark Horse getting it. Now, this is an odd story here. Basically, what we have is that Wicket and Tebow are essentially just out fishing. Okay? But as they are out fishing, Tebow finds what essentially looks like sort of an oyster kind of thing here, and opens it up and finds this special blue pearl that is supposed to be extremely valuable. They're freaking rich. But before they can do anything about it, they are attacked by, and remember, almost every big beast in Ewoks is named Demon something or Devil something, a Devil Serpent. The Devil Serpent, which in this case is just trying to eat them, destroys their boat and causes them to have to go underwater. Tebow is essentially knocked out, and Wicket has to go rescue him. They're finally helped by Squick, a member of an underwater sentient being society here on the forest moon of Endor that we had not seen before. Now, interestingly and weirdly, it turns out that those pearls that are so valuable up on the surface have different colors. You got blue, we're going to find that they're also yellow and red, and the yellow ones are actually food for them. Though, fortunately, they do have, as Squick and his people cut one up to eat, they actually hand it off to the Ewoks. The Ewoks try to eat it, and it hurts their teeth. So they're not saying that these are somehow soft pearls. They're just apparently saying that, whoa, the choppers on these fish people are seriously, seriously strong. Moreover, these yellow pearls grow only with the help of the light coming from these magical red ones. But there is sort of an evil underwater menace as we get into Danger in the Deep, Part 2, known as Orkan, who actually rides the Devil Serpent, controlling it with his trident, and comes basically seeking tribute. You know, if you want to live, you better give me some of your pearls. Unfortunately, Tebow and Wicket get into the middle of this and try to say, no, they need these to eat, and he says, well, just give me all of them, until finally taking the red one and making off with it. Without the red one, chances are they won't be able to grow enough of the yellow ones to feed themselves, and the Underwater Kingdom could die off. So as we move towards Part 3, the ultimate sacrifice, and this is weird, turns out that, hey, these plant things that are growing in the water, those little bubble-looking things, those would make great helmets to let them carry oxygen underwater. What? There's a plant that's like a fishbowl on Endor? Yeah, sure, whatever. And they're going to go down underwater using the help of Ewoks, which are like these gigantic seahorses, essentially here. They go underwater with Squick, that is Wicket and Tebow, to go to Orkan's lair, get past the Devil Serpent, which, by the way, can fire freaking lasers from his antennae. Right. Sure. that makes perfect biological sense. Or not. They get to Orkon's lair, they steal back the red pearl, but when it looks as though Orkon is going to kill Teebo and Wicket, Squick throws the red pearl, distracting the Serpent and Orkon, and the Serpent blasts with his antennae, somehow, and destroys it. Now, at this point, Wicket sweeps down, grabs the trident, and puts the creature under his control, at least long enough to drive off Orkon. But it looks like, oh no, everything is falling apart because, well, that red pearl is now destroyed and they need that to grow their food. But, turns out, Teebo offers in friendship the blue one that he found up above, and it causes the yellow ones to grow even more. Glow and grow even more. Turns out, he's provided them with something even better than the red one. So basically the entire point of going after the red one is kind of tossed out the window because they didn't really need to go after it and put their lives in danger because they had the blue one all along. Yeah. So, it's another of these quick little tales. It is decent enough. I mean, it adds some weird elements in here, like the plants that can be used as helmets and such. We got a little bit of a sense of tension and such, because Squick is not a film character or a cartoon series character. In theory, he could be hurt or killed. It's unlikely because it's a kid's story, but it could happen. So, a decent tale, at least for this series, which isn't saying a whole heck of a lot, but the question, as always, remains. Is this an essential read? No, it's not. Squick and his underwater kingdom don't show up anywhere else, not even within the cartoon series, so basically what you got here is a one-off species in a one-off story. Not one to necessarily check out unless you're just trying to hunt them down as a collector. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the readers.